YouTube, what's going on? Horse Racing Gamer, welcome back to Gallop Racer 2003. I've definitely done that intro like 3 other times in this channel's history. Anyways. Swab Master. Trying to figure out what's next for her. Oh, I forgot. She needs a GWS, bro. Summer Sprint? I think we put her in the Sprinter's title. I think she's definitely fast enough. Why not? Right, a lot of racing in this episode, and let's actually check on the little ones. Twin Sun, almost a 5-star horse at 1 year old from Mad Courage out of Honeybee. Another should be super horse. I mean, this horse should be lightning fast with a really good response rating. Should be instantaneous. So really excited for Twin Sun. I have a good feeling about this horse, and I can't say it's a butterfly effect type of feeling, but I think this horse is going to do really good things for us. And then we have Lightning Flash, 2 stars so far, just born this year from Mad Courage out of Catch This Gal, and you see the pedigree on Catch This Gal. We have Crimson Art Deer Puffy, so again, should be a strong horse. That's the thing. I think now we are at the point where we're going to get strong horses in this game, but of course we're looking for the super horses. Because despite the fact that we're at year 38, we still have a lot to accomplish in this game, which I'm kind of happy for, because I am enjoying it and I want to keep playing it for a while. You know what I mean? So, Swab and Spinning are both up here for the dirt. They're not too high, but I mean, that's better than nothing, so. Swab's 121 for the mile. And it's about all that really matters. So yeah. B rank already for Toxic Waters. Yeah, I'm really excited for this guy. Finally a real like potential super horse. Here we go. Hopefully you guys are having a good day, evening, morning, wherever you are in the world. Appreciate you guys, seriously. Much love, man. If you guys ever want me to like drop merch, let me know. Like, I'm not really big on dropping merch unless I know people actually want to buy something. I've realized that's usually just the better way to go about it. And you guys know I do most of my own graphics, especially when it comes to like channel art and stuff. So whatever you guys would want to see as far as our logo or whatever, I wouldn't mind doing. It would be up to you guys, though. No pressure. Just saying, if you want merch at any point, just let me know in the comment section below, and we'll get that out for you guys. I plan on probably making some at some point. I just don't really have the desire now, but if you guys say you want it, then of course I will be of service. Anyways, we're starting today off with Spinning Post in a grade 3. We're dropping her in class because, like, I don't think she's grade 1 ready. Not really. Like, she won a grade 1, and I don't really know how that happened, but I don't feel like she's there yet. Still as a 3-year-old. So, still needs to wait. And her stats are, like, stuck. Like, her stats haven't developed at all. So, as I drop my remote on the ground. So that's kind of concerning, you know what I mean? Like, I still feel like she's not progressing at a healthy rate at the moment. Like, she's still taking quite a while to even get up to like her peak. It's been, Suave Master's been developing, right on schedule. And Spinning Post, I feel like she's been really delayed. But I wonder if that is her growth type in this game. I don't really know. I haven't really watched anybody else play with her, so I'm not sure from personal experience, but if you guys know, feel free to let me know. If not, no biggie. I'm going to figure it out. Anyways. But yeah, I don't know if she actually... Like, the game says she's an average growth type, but what if it's more like kind of a later type? Where it takes her a while to really get her stats going. Okay, we got a good run here. Now, this is just a grade 3. We should be able to put this one away. Nope, she's dropping again. She's going to finish 3rd. We're we're supposed to finish second in that race. No, we are supposed to finish third. That's on the stretch. Wow. It's weird. Like, we won 2 races with her. I can't win with her now. For whatever reason, me and her are just not in sync. And I also, like I said, I think the stats have a big part of that. But it's just like, we're just not on the same page right now. Well, Suave Master's up in the summer sprint, starting her GWS campaign. It's going to be tough because I don't think she's quite a sprinter, even though she's, you know, fast enough to, I think, run in those races. But that's not, I don't think that's exactly the best part of her, you know, her running. Middle of the road odds here today, so we'll see what happens. I mean, if I feel like she's struggling to compete in the GWS, I'm not going to keep her in there. Whole part of running your horse in the GWS is to see if they can actually compete and win it for one. If they can do that, then yeah, you stick to the GWS campaign for the rest of their year. But if you realize that they're struggling to win races for whatever reason, whether they haven't developed yet, whatever the case may be, then I think you pull them out of that and you put them in the easier races they can win, get their confidence, help their stats, you know, improve, and then you can see what, you know, things are looking like in the future. But sometimes horses just aren't ready for it. Not a good start for Suave, but it kind of works out for us because we need to be at the back anyways. But it's a sprint, 6 furlongs, so I don't know how she's going to do. I think she'll do well. She's been fighting well this entire year, really. I think she's really dialed in. So I don't know exactly how this is going to go, but I think we have a chance. Now what I want to do is make sure I keep her a little bit closer to the front here. I don't want to have to run too long from the back of the field. Okay, kind of get her on the move. Get rolling. She's got plenty of stamina, so let's see how this goes. This is a mad sprint to the end. And man, I think we're going to get a couple of horses, but we're still struggling to get up field. Oh, she's fighting pretty tough up this hill, though. Ah, she's going to run up to maybe get third. Third, wow. We weren't supposed to be there. We weren't supposed to be there. That's a decent chunk of points. We're supposed to be 8th. So yeah, she moves up 5 spots from where she was supposed to finish. And double S on the stretch. Wow. I'm not going to lie. It felt like we were kind of stuck in like just weird place of not really going anywhere. Then I started to see in the last furlong, a little bit less than that, started to see, okay, she was still running strong and the rest of the field was kind of starting to tire out. But again, that's the beauty of having a horse with a 91 power rating. They don't tire out on those uphill, you know, disasters of just kind of really pushing your horse to its limits. And she was fine. That gave her the edge and boosted us from where we were potentially finishing 8th or lower to 3rd. And that puts her in 3rd place as well for the GWS Sprint. Now, I think I should probably still run her on the turf as well. I definitely should run her on both and just kind of see where she does better at. But that's a great performance to start off. 92 power, that's why that worked. I totally forgot about that kind of in the moment. I'm like, yeah, she has a super power rating almost. And you saw it in that last, half of a furlong in that race. And it literally, if that race is, 200 meters longer, less than that, she could actually win it. She was right there. So I'm really happy about that performance. Platinum, this will be for the turf. So yeah, we're definitely gonna do. So this is close. Do I put her in this race and then like take away from the fact that she could run in another sprint race that she could actually probably win because this is in her wheelhouse at 8 furlongs? I want to put her in the turf, but we're gonna do that because her finishing 3rd, that actually keeps. I mean, that gives her a fighting chance for sure in that series. So that would make more sense. Spinning Post. Got to get another win with you at some point. Gosh, running her in an open feels so weird. Is she really still at that level? It's so weird. I don't know what the deal is with Spinning Post. We've won a grade 1. We've won only 2 races with her. We're finishing in the top 3 most of the time, with the exception of the last couple of races, and we couldn't win a grade 3. I don't know what's going on with that horse. But Toxic Waters is making his debut for us. It's his maiden day. Decent odds, which means we have a chance to finish in the top 3. Let's go ahead and take a look at our boy. And there he is with the blue and green. I just decided to do something different with him because I feel like this is a color combination we really haven't used in this game. So I want to, liven things up. He's from Social Brandy out of East of Pool. Social Brandy has won the most titles for us in this game. In fact, he's been our best horse in this game. And East of Pool, I think she's put herself up there, possibly as the best, filly I've had for most of the part. Most of the time, I should say, with the exception of Honeybee. But East of Pool, I think, is definitely up there. She would probably be better since she can actually run in the Dream Series. So this horse you're looking at is the result of two of technically the best horses we've had in this game so far. So this is a big day. And I hope he's ready to rock and roll. He looks great. I'm excited. Or does he want to run again? You want to run towards the front. Well, let's see how he does, eh? Post position 11. Now let's see how quickly he can get to the front without me having to work him too hard. Yeah, I mean, it's about what I expected. Like, he gets to the front about as fast as you would expect a horse with these type of stats, which it's not bad. I mean, that's doable. And that was off of a bad start. Obviously, a better start, he probably gets there a lot quicker. So that's not bad. For a 31 braking rating, I'm not upset about that. That's just kind of the flow. Plenty of stamina, though. Plenty of stamina left. Now we're going to roll. He's got plenty of stamina left, man. We can really run these horses down in this stretch. Look at Toxic Waters go. There he goes. There he goes. Toxic Waters is going to break his maiden. He's going to win on debut here. And quite convincingly. Like, that's a horse from Social Brandy out of East of Pool. I like it. I like it a lot. I like that a lot. Let's go. Toxic Waters. First W for us. Yeah, 2 lengths. Wow. We're supposed to finish 7th. That's a sign of good things to come, as it should be. Like, finally. Been waiting for, like, the butterfly effect, the stargazing, Great Bolero type of horse. Well, technically, Paracosm has become, like, a Great Bolero horse. He really exceeded expectations on the dirt. So we cannot forget Paracosm. But, like, that really dominant turf horse like we have in 2004 now, where we have several of them, like, we haven't had that in this game yet. And Toxic Waters might finally be the start of that legitimately. The stats are middle of the road right now, but this is also with the horse that should have a relatively later growth type. I still think Social Brandy, the game says average. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure they say average. Average or early. I know I ran him well beyond his prime because he was still so good, but I know it's early. Relatively early. Oh, it actually is sustained. Never mind. Well then, that's even better. His stats are already in the mid-60s in the important categories. That means those could and should hit mid-80s, maybe even 90s. That's actually really solid. In fact, I need to look back at the parents again. I don't know why I was thinking it was earlier than that. I must be thinking about another horse. That's not Social Brandy. It's another horse that looks like him, and I know I've talked about him on the channel recently in the last couple of months in this series. I just can't remember who I was talking about. So yeah, Social Brandy's for the most part, I mean, all A's. Can't go wrong with that. Is that ideal? No, but is it good enough to get you where you need to get to? Yes. And then East of Pool. I mean, we know we're going to have a really fast horse with a great response. We saw that, you know. Toxic Waters responded immediately, and he had the speed to run those horses down. He was supposed to finish 7th. That means they underbooked him. Yeah, I mean, as far as, like, what we need right now, it can work. It can work in this game. In 2004, I think you need parents to have stronger ratings to really have that super horse, but in this game, I think those parents can give you a potentially great, mini super horse in Toxic Waters again. Finally, like a horse that's like going to be stronger than the rest of our originals we've had in this game so far, like clearly. Anywho, Frugal Art, she's up in the Diamond Cup. I don't care about running her in this series because I think she's already won this GWS. Ultimate Fan is here and Whirlwind. Holy cow! And Deep Wonder and Even Fan. Guys, when's the last time we've run against all of these horses in one race in the same year? I don't think I've ever ran against Ultimate Fan, Whirlwind, Even Fan, and Deep Wonder in one race in season mode at all in this playthrough. This is the first time. Wow, that's wild. And I'm running on, and I got Frugal Lark. You know, I have faith in Frugal, but like, I mean, these horses are, you know, a couple years younger than her, 2 years at least for most of them, except for Even Fan. A little bit more in their prime. Man, what a field. What a field for the Diamond Cup. That's never happened at all in this playthrough, ever, on this channel. So, I just hope this is an exciting race and we just do well enough to finish where we need to finish. Because it's going to be tough to beat those horses. I think Frugal could, but again, those horses are a little bit stronger, without a doubt. So, like, it's going to take a lot, I think, for us to really beat them today. But, you know, Frugal's done amazing things, so anything's possible. As long as she's settled and she doesn't burn her stamina out, I mean, we can be there at the end. It's just, to me, it's going to be a speed thing. It's going to be a speed thing at the end to determine if we actually have a chance to really hang in there and win. You know? Because I think the other horses are definitely faster in deep stretch. I think they have more speed than Frugal, so that's going to be a big part of it. But just got to manage her coming down this long hill. My goodness, yeah, get us some flat ground, please. Thank you. Trying to be careful with her stamina here. Let's make sure we don't overuse anything we don't need to. Just trying to keep her in the right rhythm. It's been kind of tricky, but this is a challenging track to navigate with your horses intentionally, so it makes sense that it's a little bit of a struggle. Like, I'm just trying to keep her just right, you know, right in the mix here. It's a tough race. This is 12 furlongs. This is a really tough race for these horses to be running, realistically, so it makes sense that it's a lot of work. I don't know how this is going to go. Let's just hope it's a decent result for us and a decent effort. Are you going to... okay. Hopefully that doesn't mess us up too much. Okay, we got Grit, but the horse that evidently blocks us is now taking off on us. How annoying. Frugal, she is trying her hardest, man. She's trying her hardest, and she still could finish in 5th. Yeah, she's still going to get 5th. Wow, yeah, we've probably finished behind every one of those horses that you know, we talked about in the beginning of that race. Well, we only finished behind 2 of them, so Whirlwind and Even Fan, that makes total sense. Frugal still finished 3 spots higher than where she was supposed to, so that's still a great effort. She beats Deep Wonder and Ultimate Fan. Ha! Yeah, so we weren't beating Whirlwind and Even Fan. That wasn't happening. Irish Express was a lot tougher than I thought. And that was the gray horse, I think, that blocked us. That was Irish Express. So that's a solid effort for Frugal. It's a solid one. Like, I didn't think those horses were going to be in that race. That's why I put her there. But now I see they're going to probably be in a lot of the GWS races. I'm definitely going to keep Frugal away. Because we just don't need to be doing that. She's already proven herself. You know, like, I'm not trying to win the GWS again. I just thought about getting her a long champ title. But in all honesty, that might be a little bit harder than I thought. Tossy Waters, he's ready to go again, so let's see how he does. And let's get him... Let's run him in a grade 3. Got to see what he's capable of. And granted, you know what? 6 furlongs, though, he won that. I just wonder if I should put him in a little bit of a... like in a tougher race. Actually, let me see. Let me see if there's something a little bit more suitable. I mean, 10 furlongs. It's going to be hard to find anything like that around this time. Actually, I'm going to stick him in another open. We'll run him 7 furlongs. I want to make sure we just stack some wins with him. Because that does help their stats improve in this game. I've kind of learned that at least. So Frugal, next time out, I don't even know what to do with you. Sprinter's Cup, yeah, there it is. Got to try to win that, my girl. Got to try to win. Alright, so Spinning Post will be back up. I think we're running her in an open. Because I just don't have really any confidence with her right now. It's just kind of a tough time. Yeah, we dropped her to an open. Still not even the favorite here. They give us favoritism in a grade 1, but in an open they're like, oh, yeah, I mean, we don't know. This game doesn't make sense sometimes. Anyways. Wow, speed and braking finally hit 70. Finally, there's some improvement. I mean, with these stats, we should be able to win an open, but we'll see. She does have a temper. She does. She is a spicy girl, as Abigail would say, and, you know, I've always picked the spicy ones in this game, but that's not because I really want to all the time. It's like they're the best available horses still with their bad temper. You know, like the other fillies in this game were never really worth anything, you know, worth venturing with, but the really good ones always have a temper. It seems. Most of the good ones, so this is just an open. We should be able to win this, I hope. I just don't have any faith right now in Spinning Post, so I gotta wait till I think she finally starts to really kick into gear. As you see, we're doing well with Suave, we're doing well with Frugal, so to me, you know, I'm, as a jockey, I'm doing what I need to do for the most part. You know? I'm doing my job when the horse is also helping, but Spinning Post, she hasn't been helping yet, so. Now, do I need to start her sooner? It's weird because she tires out when I've been starting her sooner. That's why, like, I haven't been doing it. Now, she's fighting, she's still fighting. She might get here in a photo. No, not gonna happen. Like, I can clearly see that when the other horses get closer to her, she's kind of struggling to pull ahead. But yeah, like, when I was starting her too soon in those other races, she was tiring out. I don't know what the deal is with her yet. I'm going to have to try something else next time. I'm supposed to finish third, we finished fourth, or say okay on the stretch. Like, next race, I will try starting her a bit sooner, but again, I've done that and she tired out. I can't really figure out what's going on with her right now. She's one of those horses right now I just don't have an answer for. People are like, oh, what's going on with you in Spinning Post? And I'm like, I have no idea. I don't really have an answer. We're not in sync. I still think she's not quite where she needs to be. I do, wholeheartedly. I think if her stats were a lot better, we wouldn't be struggling. I still think she's, for her level, being S-ranked, she's still coming along very slowly. I'm just surprised. I thought she peaked. Or not peaked, but I thought she improved faster. Toxic Waters, though, he's back up again, 7 furlongs. We've increased the distance by a furlong because he's really a long-distance horse. So if we can win the sprints, that is a really good sign. I mean, stamina 68, speed 68. We're not going to have any issues with this guy once he really gets rolling. So I think big things are coming from Toxic Waters. And what a fitting day to race on for Toxic Waters. I love it. But yeah, Spinning Post, I just have no answer for. I still think she's underdeveloped. And until she develops a lot higher, I think I'm just going to struggle with her. I may have a good performance here and there, but I think for the time being, it's just going to be struggles. I really do. It's just going to be struggles with Spinning Post. Wish that wasn't the case, but it is. Anyway, let's try to get our second win with Toxic Waters. Still on cruise control, Now we can punch it. Got last corner leader. Come on, Toxic. You can fight these horses off. Come on, brother. Stay strong. Stay strong, Toxic. He's still strong. Still hanging in there. Still hanging in there. He's going to get it done. Gate the wire. Almost gate the wire, basically. See that? I'm proving my point. Like, the horse's stats do matter in this game. They do. They do. They do matter, right? Toxic Waters, even for where he's at, he has decent stats in the important categories. And, again, the pedigree helps, too. He's coming from 2 really strong horses. That's 2 wins when he wasn't supposed to win. So, you know, pedigree plays a big role as well for original horses. It can, I think, especially with, you know, the different type of stats and abilities they may get. But, you know, I'm in sync with every horse except for Spinning Post, and I don't know what it is. She doesn't have a good guts rating as well. I keep kind of forgetting that, so that's also why starting her too late is not good, because then that's why she's getting in those head-to-heads and she's not really pulling away. Yeah, she's really an interesting horse, because she's a horse that doesn't really have a whole lot of heart. You know, if this is a real-life horse, she's a horse that doesn't have a lot of heart. She has a temper, but she can kind of surprise you and make you happy for a day every blue moon. That's really, to me, so far for our season. Not speaking for anybody else's playthrough, but for us, that's kind of where she is right now. She's that type of horse. Like, you know what I mean? I'm going to run her 8.5 in a grade 3. I'm just going to keep her really just low for now, you know, because we're not doing much. I mean, look, Toxic Waters, his guts rating is already 15 points higher. You know, he just hit the track, and he already has more of a drive to win than Spinning Post does. That matters. Now, I want to run him a bit longer. I'll run him 9 furlongs, because I think his stats for a 2-year-old are better than some of the other horses we're running against. That's also why he's winning. I think that's working out for us. So, yeah, man, I'm really happy with him. It's 2 wins right off the bat. We don't usually do that with our originals in this game. We do in 2004. We're always winning with our 2-year-olds pretty much on maiden debut. But in this game, it depends on the horse. So the fact that we've won 2 straight with him with relative ease, that to me is a really good sign of things to come. Oh, great. Suave Master's up running against Wonder Whale, who's definitely going to be the favorite. We've beaten Wonder Whale. Flaring Crystals here, Unique Melody, tough horses as always. Scotch Spring. This is for the GWS Sprint, so, you know, we got to figure out a way to be competitive and get points. But it's a tough class and a tough field, so if we want to win, we have to hope Wonder Whale gets blocked, because Wonder Whale is still clearly a better horse than Suave Master, so we're not going to win this just kind of on just... I don't think we're going to outduel Wonder Whale in the stretch. I don't see that happening. We're going to have to get a little bit of luck in there when maybe Wonder Whale gets blocked. That's the case. I think with these stats, she's good enough to secure a win. But we got to hope that Wonder Whale is blocked. But Wonder Whale runs to the front, so like, how is that going to happen? You know, it's going to be a tough task. But we need to finish at least 3rd. Just keep her, you know, competitive in points. It's going to be tough to win regardless with her this year. I think. I don't know if she'll be able to win it next year. Like, she's a horse that I'm okay with her not getting a GWS title as long as she's very consistent and she wins a lot and she gets a couple of titles. I'd be okay if we just couldn't get a GWS. Like, it's not as big of a deal for her, to me, to win a GWS. Of course, that's the goal, but it's like if it can't happen because we're just against horses that are just better than her, it is what it is. There's nothing I can do. You know, I can't outrun Wonder Whale if she's only so good. You know, you can't outrun a horse in that way unless, again, you have some luck or you get, you know, a revolution. Then obviously things change. But without those things, like, she's not just, I don't think she's not just beating Wonder Whale on just pure merit, because that horse does have better stats and is stronger. So, where is Wonder Whale actually? Yeah. Well, he's got space. Gotta get her going now. We're going to have to try and catch Wonder Whale. Now, can she catch Wonder Whale? I don't know. She's got a good run. She's got a really good run. But Wonder Whale is still staying so strong, man. She has a good run, but Wonder Whale's not backing down. Not really. Suave Master, look at how she fights. She's going to finish a clear third, man. Oh, you got to love the heart of this horse, bro. I mean, Wonder Whale was still too strong, but Suave was not. She wasn't losing ground. She stayed right where she needed to be. So, 4.5 lengths behind Wonder Whale, who ends up setting the record. And then Red Diamond also very tough and deep stretch. But, yeah, she was a clear third. And again, it keeps her alive in the GWS hunt. All we need is a couple of races to go her way. She's right there. We're just losing to better horses. I mean, we were running against who? Even Fan, Ultimate Fan, Whirlwind. You know, like we're running against some of the best horses in this game with her. And as good of a horse as Suave Master is to me, I know she's not Wonder Whale and, you know, the others that we lost to. We have to be realistic. But look, she's right there, man. She's 4 points behind in the sprint. Only 4 points from first. She's right there. So, like, it's all for the taking, man. It is all for the taking. So, we have a race with spinning post, and gotta be honest, I'm getting kind of tired, so this could be the last one. Yeah, Suave is doing great, man, considering. Really happy with how she's performing. She'll probably be peaking at the end of this year, and then she'll be on the decline as she turns 4, but, I mean, for what it's worth, we've been very, very consistent with her, and of course that's important. So, need another grade 1. London Mile. Got to keep her in these races until I feel like it's not worth it. So we'll go ahead and do one more race. Actually, we'll do 2. We'll do Spinning Post and Toxic Waters, and then we'll go ahead and end it. See if we can go 3 for 3 with Toxic, because I think we're in a good rhythm with him right now. Alright, here we go. Spinning Post. Let's just try to win. Who really cares? I shouldn't even look at that thing. It doesn't matter. Until we can just start winning, where the game says she should finish is irrelevant. Okay. Again, gotta remember bad guts rating, so I guess it does. That's what I mean. Like, she doesn't have a good guts rating, so, like, you can't get her going too late like I've done in the last couple of races. But then if I get her going too soon to avoid that, she doesn't have the stamina to deal with it for long. You know? Like, that's just what I mean. She's a weird horse. Right now. With where her stats are, she's a weird horse. Like, it's kind of hard to just get right in that sweet spot for me, personally, with her. Because that's clearly what it is. Like, if you just get right in the sweet spot of just knowing exactly when to get going with her every time, then you could probably have success. But it's like, that's not the way I like to play the game. I just like to kind of just improvise and just adjust and go off of that. I don't want to have to, like, try to get a horse in the exact same sweet spot every time. Like, that takes the fun out of it for me. I like to free flow, you know what I mean? Okay, now I got to get her going. Don't know if that was too soon, too late, or too soon. Overwhipped her, and they were going to go by us anyways. Yeah, I just cannot figure it out with Spinning Post. I cannot. I overwhipped her. That's my fault. Obviously, I didn't mean to do that, but it's such a weird spot. We finished 6th, and still, they're not giving us bad evals. I just know it's just like, she's an S-rating Taurus. We're underperforming now. Like, I don't know how I felt good with her in the beginning, and now it's just like she's struggling, but I think she's facing tougher horses now, and her stats, again, are still not where they need to be, I think, for her to be really competitive. It's a weird, weird spot. You know, like, look, like, her stats aren't great. 270s in speed and braking, okay, but, like, she's an S-ranked Taurus, you know? Her stamina's only 60, okay, power 63, it's not bad. Like, those stats are, like, super, super middle of the road. And again, not a good guts rating, not a good temper or feel rating. That also doesn't help. Like, that's why I say it's hard to get in rhythm with her. Like, her worst stats are the stats that really affect the rhythm the most. Bad temper, obviously, so we struggle with our starts. Bad feel rating, so I can't keep her satisfied for long because she's constantly fluctuating between too fast and too slow. And then she doesn't have a lot of heart, so the second any other horses get close to her, she's kind of thrown in the towel. To be honest with you, I got her just kind of out of sentimental value, sentimental reasons. I don't know why I'm like struggling to say that word, but Toxic Waters. Now they want to give him favoritism after 2 wins. Whatever, bro. But Spinning Post is not turning out to be a good use of time. So like, I don't want to give up on her because I think she could be good, but I don't know. Like, I'm struggling with her, and could be a better filly out there we could get more acquainted to. Not to mention, we skipped this year of breeding, so I would like to get another foal, and I don't know if I'm going to retire Frugal Lark yet by next year. I still don't even know if she's peaked yet. That's really the main thing. Frugal still has to even peak for us to even be able to retire her. I don't even know if she's peaked yet, to be honest. She might be getting... I don't know. She might be there or getting there, or she's already... I would think she would have already peaked, but her growth type is pretty long, so I don't know. But regardless... we'll need space next year if we want to try to breed. And again, depending on how well Frugal's still doing, I would consider still racing her as a 7-year-old. I really would. It's just she's a blast to ride with. So that's TBA. But if I don't get rid of Frugal, Spinning Post would have to be the horse that we'd have to obviously replace. So, okay, Toxic Waters. Let's see how he fights from the back now. Let's see if he's got a drive in him. It's a really good run. Really good run from Toxic Waters. And he's gonna just blitz by. Yeah, man, this guy's the real freaking deal. Toxic Waters is gonna be a real champion for us. The 11 trying to come with the late surge, but too little too late. Toxic Waters was still clear. So he ends his day with a 3rd win in a row. Like, I'm not even worried in these races. I feel confident that we're going to win them. That's a really good feeling. Like, it's happening this quickly for a horse. Like, keep in mind, Spinning Post is running, and we've been running her in lower class races like this, and I still can't win. So the fact that we're winning with Toxic Waters already, he wins that by 3 lengths clear. Yes, it's a weird spot to be in. I don't want to give up on her, yet, but it's been a struggle. And again, with her stats being where they are, I also have to think about longevity. Like, do I want to breed horses, that have those type of stats? Like, looking at Spinning Post before we close out, do I want to breed horses that are going to have bad guts, and temper and feel? Like, do I want 3 of those to tank on every one of our horses that we get, regardless of who the stud is? I'm not really feeling that, Yeah, it's not like she's finishing in last place, but I just feel like she's falling way beneath where she needs to be. Let's look at her last 10. So we started her off, second, first, second, third. And granted, I've been running her all over the place on the turf and the dirt, but we went from that to then 8th, 4th, 3rd, 4th, 6th, So we were 1st, 2nd, and now we're struggling. I've been running her on the dirt more. I haven't run her on the turf in a while. And apparently last couple times I ran her on the turf, she finished 1st or 2nd. So maybe she's not as good on the dirt as... this is what I mean. The game is confusing because, like, it's giving her a great for both turf and dirt. Usually when that's the case, you can run a horse on both and still be, pretty successful. They usually have a little bit of an advantage in one or the other. Like, I know for, like, Secretariat, for example, Formal Opera in Gallop Racer 2004, I know that he can run on the turf, but obviously his best races are on the dirt, right? If you want to win with him in that game, you run him on the dirt. But he can win on the turf. It's just, it may not happen all the time. I feel like that's the case with Spinning Post. She could win on the dirt, but it feels like it's not happening. So I guess I got to put her back to the turf. I don't know why I feel like she was struggling on the turf, because looking back, she wasn't. Like, a 2nd on the turf, a 2nd on the turf, and a 3rd. She didn't win. And technically, her 2 wins came on the dirt. Like, she won the Jupiter Stakes. How does she do that? I'm just so confused because I just feel like that horse is not there right now. I'm like, how were we winning those races with her as a 2-year-old? It doesn't make sense. Yeah, I'm really confused, to be honest with you. I'm really confused with this horse. I don't want to give up on her yet, but I also don't want to keep wasting time if we're just never going to get it together. I mean, she's 3 years old, and it's been an uneventful 3-year-old campaign. But maybe she's supposed to have a really good 4-year-old season. That's why I want to try to be patient, because it could be worth it. But I don't want too many more like races of her just not hitting her marks. And look at that. Toxic Waters switching gears, hit 70 for Stam. It's his first stat to hit 70. This guy's going to be fine. But yeah, Spinning Post, I'm going to continue to ride with her for a bit. But at any point, I may just get rid of her. I'm just letting you guys know. I'm really in that weird spot with her that I just don't know if she'll be worth it. Like, I would hate to, like, get rid of her too soon and then not know, but I would also hate to stick with her thinking she was going to have that magic kind of blooming type of day, and then it never comes. I'm going to be like, wow, we kind of just wasted a bit of time. We could have had another horse in that spot or kept it open for breeding. So, it's kind of a tough decision, but Twin Sun, he's still developed the same, and Lightning Flash with a quick spurt in the last couple of months this year went from just being a 2-star overall to now having 4 stars for potential and finesse, and then 3 stars for toughness and discipline. Should be strong. I mean, I don't think we're not going to have weak horses anymore. Those days are officially over. Finally. But yeah, Spinning Post. I don't know, man. I really am trying. I don't want to give up on her yet. But again, like, what great stats am I getting for her for breeding? Like, these abilities are okay, but the response is whatever. Her power rating is okay. Like, I wonder if those things are going to get better, She's developing so slowly. I really hope that she has a later growth type than what the game is suggesting, Suave Master, clearly, she had a much quicker average growth type. Spinning Post, she's not developing nowhere near at the rate that Suave has. I'm hoping hers is delayed, but what if it's not? What if this is just kind of where she's going to be? Low 70s type of horse. Like, I don't know what to do. I'm so conflicted because we're limited with space, so I just hate knowing that I can't do anything. I mean, put her in the Osaka Derby. I know it sounds ridiculous, but like, I mean, she's only won on the dirt. She hasn't won on the turf yet. I know I said I wanted to put her in the turf, but like, she's not winning on the turf still. I don't know why she would win this Osaka Derby, but you know what? If she actually has a good result, that would be okay. That would make me feel better. And you know what? Actually, so I'm doing all of this. Grade 2 for Toxic Waters? I mean, the winning streak is not going to stay permanent. At some point, we'll probably finish outside of first place. I think that's a little unrealistic. I'll put him in that grade 2. I'm going to give you guys one more race with Spinning Post, because I got to see, is there anything? Is it just, I don't get it. I don't know why I'm racing her on the dirt again, but looking at her, her previous success and where she's won, she's only won on the dirt. She was consistent on the turf, but she didn't win. Yeah, I really wish she was faster. Like, if her speed was like 78 at least, we would be winning some of these races. She's still like kind of slow. That's also the problem. She's still kind of slow, man. It's kind of unfortunate. Like, she doesn't have the speed yet to be winning races on that. Like 70, just hitting 70, and you're, more than halfway into your 3-year-old season. That's slow. There are 3-year-olds with 90 speed running around here, and she's at 70. She just hit 70, So that's not fast. She's quite behind. So yeah, let's just see how she does here. So Osaka Derby, I don't know how this is going to go. I really don't. This could end up being a win, or it could end up being an absolute disaster. Like, it could be one or the other with her, I feel. Whoa, what are you doing? Relax. Grand Grease, I haven't even heard of you. Relax, bro. Throwing me off my rhythm because you want to run 10 lengths ahead of the field. Like, what are we doing here? Grand Grease, honestly, I haven't even heard of you. What are you doing up here? Ellis, control your horse, man. You guys fall back. They're not going to fall back. I understand they also want to be a front runner too, but like they didn't even have to go that far. We could have been 2 lengths ahead of the rest of the field and been exactly like this. We didn't have to create like a 10 gap. You know, a 10 I can't even speak. We didn't need to be this far ahead is what I'm trying to say. You know. Well, she wins that head-to-head somehow. Grand Grease, goodbye. She's still clear. She's still clear. I called it, right? I said this could be a disaster or she could win. What? I literally had no idea how that race was going to go. When I said it could have been a disaster or a win, I meant that with every being and fiber in my body. I meant it. I didn't do anything special in that race. How I ran her in that race is essentially how I've ran her every other race. Only difference is we only had one horse to kind of compete with in the stretch. And that horse was already, I guess, dropping back. So we didn't have to worry about the head-to-head. What? This game makes no sense. I called it, though. I literally said it before we even hit the track. I'm like, as the race was starting, as soon as we came out the gates, I'm like, win or bust. And it ends up being a win. This is what I mean, though. It just doesn't make sense, man. Like, I haven't been running her that differently in any of the other races we didn't win. You guys have been watching. That was pretty much what I've been doing. Only difference is, again, in those other races, there were more horses around her. And I know with the bad guts rating, that could have been demotivating her more. But, like, still, she won that cleanly. Nobody even really challenged. You do not make any sense, my girl. You really don't. I mean, you win, obviously, so I'm keeping you. I'm hoping maybe you're just really, really slow at developing. That's really what I'm hoping. It's just I can't tell. Like I've had that same thought process before, and then it turned out the horse just didn't really get better. Like that's what I'm worried about. I'm like, is she actually going to get significantly better than this, or is this kind of going to be her at her best, like low 70s to high 60s? It's just not ideal for me, man. Anyways, that's going to do it, though. Now, and we'll be back. We'll finish out the year, see how we do with everybody else. Spinning post makes no sense. We're going to keep racing with her until, again, I feel like it's just not worth it, or I'm done with the stress of trying to figure it out. For now, I'm going to ride with it because I still want to be patient and hope that maybe she's just developing slowly. But until next time, the Horse Racing Gamer signing out. Hope you have a great day. I'll see you later. And goodbye.
Welcome to Horse Racing Gamer, where champions are made.